Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and the quest for companionship and love doesn't ever truly end in most people's lives. This week, Living Ageless and Bold TV and podcast host Christina Graves spoke with a woman about finding love in your later years. Welcome. Great to have you.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, this sounds like a really fascinating conversation. You interviewed a woman named Laura Stassi. She has a podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's
Dating While Gray.
Dating While Gray, which I love it.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about her and about her podcast.
Yeah, so it's really fascinating, the whole story, the Dating While Gray. But what happened to her is she was married for 30 years, and kind of one day they woke up and looked at each other and were like, I don't think this is, well, it's more the husband.
Yeah.
And she said, I would have stayed in the marriage.
Okay.
Which is something that I thought, most people would do, but
Right.
as we'll talk about more, you shouldn't do that.
Okay.
So, but the dating while gray is these marriages, 20 and 30 years, or divorce while gray,
Yeah.
that are ending after these long term, and then, a lot of women are getting out there, and it's like, oh, what do I do?
It's a scary world and a new
Yeah.
world now, I can
Yeah.
imagine. So let's dive into it. Here this woman is, she's trying to navigate this.
Yeah.
And she has this podcast. So let's talk about some of the key takeaways. She talked about these long-term marriages, 20, 30 years
Yeah.
just coming to an end. And this is very common, right?
This is the fastest growing demographic of divorce.
Wow.
Is 50 and over.
So what's going on? Why?
Well, I think that, we're raising our kids, and our kids today, this, we're overscheduled, we're busy.
Yep.
The kids go away, and you're kind of looking at each other.
Going, who are you?
Right. And the difference now, too, is where women used to not be able to leave. We didn't have money.
yeah,
We didn't have
right.
jobs. Our mothers, our grandmothers, there were no options. But now we have options.
So now the women and men really are saying, okay, well, I'm ready to start over.
Right.
Really. And that's got to be really hard. So let's talk about, a lot of people used to be like, I should just stay in this marriage.
Right.
And that's not healthy either, right?
No, and Laura talks about that. It's really important. And it's important when you go through the divorce that you do learn how to live by yourself. You do learn how to be financially independent. You don't want to go right away into another relationship that, and statistics show, is not going to work out. The second one.
Right, exactly.
Is more,
Learn to be
more
independent.
Likely. Yes.
Yeah, and a lot of women and men, my wife or my husband always took care of X, Y, and Z.
Exactly.
So that's kind of scary to navigate, but you can figure it out
Yes.
on your own.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the things that she talked about the trend of being in the right now and living apart but together.
Yes,
So this
I
is
love
a trend with women and men over the age of 50
Yeah.
that they're starting these relationships, but they're not living together.
No.
But they are together.
It's fascinating. And it's women who are leading the way with this. And I wonder if it's because, we're the caretakers. We've talked about this in other episodes. We take care of everything. Well, now, hey, I'm on my own. I love you, but maybe we have our own thing. And then you've got your own friends, and so you could be in two different cities.
Okay.
Is one way. She talked about people in apartment buildings that just have two separate apartments.
Okay.
And my favorite one, she said, is they built a duplex. And one lives on one side and one lives on the other.
I think I love that.
You could just meet in each other's kitchens for breakfast.
I love it. And then they can go away for a little while, and you
exactly.
get
You get your
own
space.
space. I love it. Okay, so let's talk about dating after 50. What is the key to being successful in this area?
Now, she says research will tell you it's the dating apps. But she doesn't like the dating apps. I mean, they're good. Obviously, they're there for a reason.
Yes.
They're successful. But
Yes.
One of the things she recommends, of course, is your friends.
Okay.
Your friends know you. Let them set you up. And the one I love is boomerang love.
Okay. What is
You go
that?
back to a high school reunion. You go back to a college reunion.
Be a high school sweetheart or
or
the guy or girl who got away.
Yes, when you were 16. But that's, they're people you grew up with. You have a connection. You already have a connection.
Yeah.
But some of the things that are really important is when you do start dating again, don't feel like every date you're looking for the one.
Yeah.
This person has to be it. It could end up you have a friend or a companion, maybe someone who likes the same kind of music you like. You go to concerts together. You're not necessarily looking for the next serious relationship.
Right. I'm not looking to get married again. I would just want a companion that I can, get along with.
Right.
And maybe it does become platonic
Romantic,
friendship,
yeah.
which is great too.
Right.
Yeah.
So be
that's good.
open-minded to it. And, maybe the first outing might not be great. Don't just give up on them.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
give it a chance or two and see, maybe you do have something in common.
Right. Keep an open mind.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so we can listen to this podcast. It's available now.
Yes, it dropped on Wednesday. So yes, you can get it now.
Yeah, available now wherever you get your podcasts, and you can go online to ChristinaDaves.com to find out more.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
This was fun. All right, we'll be right back.